Hello, hello, everyone. How you doing? We're talking about Winston here. Winston is a tank hero. He's a super intelligent scientist gorilla that wears a rocket pack and is from the moon. Relevant meme: he will replace people will replace monkey with scientist constantly. So some people might say angry monkey, and somebody might come in and correct them and say angry scientist. Because he has a thing in one of his shorts, in one of his videos, where he says, "Oh, I'm a scientist," and after somebody calls him a monkey. Let's talk about the too long didn't read. We're gonna put jump on his L2/L trigger, his jump pack on L1/LB, mobility of course. His bubble shield, we're gonna put that on R1/RB, and his Tesla cannon on R2/RT. Let's talk about Winston here. That was your too long didn't read. His abilities. First, we have Tesla cannon. It's this guy. Look at that. Lightning bolts just come out, and it's awesome. Love it. This is, and I'll talk about that later. So it's got an 8-meter range, and it does a 6-meter wide cone. So let's see here. That's 5 meters from there to there. So is that 5 meters? Not quite, but almost about. So anyway, from probably about here, maybe that line, to about here, that line, it will do a cone 6 meters out. So if I'm here and I'm doing a cone, it should not reach them. Indeed, it does not reach them, but you can see where it's trying to go. It's trying to go over there. So we come out just a few more meters. Now we're getting them. And it's in a cone too. So 8-meter range, 8 meters out, and then 6 meters across. It will get everybody. Very nice. It does 3 damage per round for a total of 60 DPS, 60 damage per second. Yes. It has a 1.5 second reload, and there's no headshot. It's good for clearing out a turret nest, and it's also good if you don't particularly like to aim or are good at aiming. So that is it for the primary gun. A lot of people call it the tickle gun because this is pretty slow. I'm not, and happy holidays. And it takes almost all of your ammo to just, and these are just 200 people, but you'll run out of a clip if you're facing a 250 character and above. So it's good if you've got a lot of people that are around you as far as helping out your team. It's also good for picking up squishies in the back. Zenyatta, Symmetra, Mercy, Moira, maybe not even Moira because of her her attack leeches life from you. Let's talk about his jump pack now. His jump pack, it's about a 20-meter jump depending on how you aim. He really shoots for the moon, but it has a 6-second cooldown. If you're ulting, it's 2 seconds. It's a 2-second cooldown during your ult. When you land, if you land on a bad guy, a 5-meter radius shockwave will come out and do 50 damage apiece. So let's do it on these guys. So there we go. So it does some damage. More if you're at the epicenter, and then less. So there is fall off on that. You can activate this in midair as well. So here we go. We jump up here. It's great for mobility. Great for mobility. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. So I'm jumping off. Oh, the cliff. But as I'm in midair, I can activate it. It will also reset if you activate your ult here. Barrier projector. It's this thing. His bubble shield. It's a bubble shield here. As you can see on the top, it has 600 health. It has 600 health. It's a 5-meter radius circle. It lasts for 5 seconds, as you saw, and it has a 13-second cooldown. When you are fighting people, it's recommended to throw down your bubble and then attack them while they're on the other side of the bubble. And if they come in the bubble to attack you, just walk out of it. So you sort of do this juking in and out of your bubble. So you're like hitting them, they come in, you go out, they come to follow you, you come back through it. So you're always dancing in and out of the border. So that's a really good way to 1v1 people. Because that shield will take damage for you, of course. His ult is called Primal Range. You will gain 1,000 health no matter what your health is at. So it's great for activating when you're low health, because it will restore your health and make it go up to 1,000 health. So effectively, Winston has about 1,500 health if you time it right. You use fists instead. You do 40 damage per swing, and you have a 4-meter fist range. It lasts for 10 seconds, and yes, and your jump pack cooldown is 2 seconds. So I think it will reset when you're in midair. So check it out. So this ult, yep, and I can double smack people. It's great for environmental kills. So there you go. It's good to make sure that you remember where your melee is, because you will be using it. If you're 1v1ing somebody, good people suggest that you should be hitting them as you're doing your Tesla cannon, because it's still the same DPS, but you reserve your ammo if you have that ability. But you know, it doesn't go out all that far, so you have to be a little careful of it. See, I couldn't even finish off those two guys. When it comes to Winston and Anna's reticle, it doesn't really matter what your reticle is. They have a circle with a dot. It's because they don't know or care. In theory, you could have nothing except for maybe a dot. He would probably, if you wanted a dot on somebody, Winston would probably be the best one to put a dot on. With Winston, you need to... It's very good to beef up his sensitivity. Let's take a look at his sensitivity here. So I've put his sensitivity at 50. You could even put it up higher. This is one of the ones where it would be really easy to just do 100 sensitivity, because you know, if they're way out there, check it out. So if I'm in his effective range here, you know, that is a lot. That is a lot of gap. So between here and here, so if you're sort of freaking out, but you have the trigger pulled, chances are you'll probably hit. Pretty nice. Happy holidays. So that's it for Winston. He's super fun, really technical. Oh, and here's the final strat for Winston. This is how you do it. You see a group of bad guys over there. You leap, throw down the barrier, shock everyone that you can until they get wise to you, and then as soon as your jump is back on cooldown, jump out of there immediately, because they'll focus you and they'll get you. How you move your joystick will also determine your jump speed as well. So you could hold back on your joystick and jump, and you'll do a very short jump. Or you can hold forward, and you'll do a very long jump here. So, very big difference whether you're holding the joystick forward or back. So, that's your Winston guide. Hopefully that helps. I really like them because you really don't need to use any buttons besides these ones. So yeah, thank you for watching. Have fun out there.